71:1. In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness and cause me to escape. Incline thy ear unto me and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. He's there for me for salvation. Psalms 95:1 says, "O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with songs. For the Lord is great,
Yes.
and a great king above all gods." Deuteronomy 32:31 says that there will be no substitute, for their rock is not as our rock. Matthew chapter 16:15 says this, "He that saith unto them, But whom shall ye say that I am?" What did Peter say? "Thou art the Christ. You're the Son of the living God. And I say unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." You've got a promise today. We have a promise today that if we build upon the rock, the winds of life are going to come. The storms of life are going to come. There are things that will try to shake us to our very core in our life. There are words that will get to us and that'll try to shake our faith. But I've come to tell you today that if you've placed your trust and your salvation in the Redeemer and the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, there's nothing that can happen that'll take your faith away. Musicians, I'm hurrying. You can come. There's an old story of a farmhand. Young man applied for a job. He's a farmhand. The farmer asked for his qualifications. His qualifications were this. He said to the farmer, "I can sleep when the wind blows. I can sleep when the wind blows." Didn't know how to plow a field. He didn't know how to hook up the oxen, to do the things that the farmer needed him to do. His qualifications were, "I can sleep when the wind blows." This puzzled the farmer. But he took a liking to this young man. Decided that he would give him a chance. The farmer taught this young man all he knew about farming. A few months later, the farmer was awakened in the wee hours of the morning by a violent storm. The farmer ran outside to make sure that everything was taken care of and secured. He found, when he went to the barn, that the doors were tightly shut and the shutters were all closed. And the storage shed was properly taken care of and the machinery was already put away. All of a sudden, that farmer realized the significance of the statement that young man made when he said, "I can sleep when the wind blows." You see, that young man before the storm started, that young man before the winds began to blow, he made preparations. Made preparations to make sure that everything was in place. Made preparations that that the doors weren't going to blow open and that the shutters weren't going to blow off. Because he understood that at some point there would be a storm.
Right.
At some point there would be a trial.
Right.
At some point something would happen. So every night before that young man went to bed, he would make sure that the doors were secured and the shutters were secured and the machinery was put away. Because he was making preparations for the storm. If you're not prepared, if you're not prepared for the storm, then the winds of that storm and the challenges of that storm will blow you around.
Right.
And they'll test your faith.
Right.
But if you've made the proper preparations, and you've said, I know. And I've spent some time in prayer, and I've spent some time in fasting, and I've spent some time alone with God. And I've made preparations because I know the storm is coming. Wonder how many of us, and I'm closing, can stand. I know this isn't a normal message that I preach. And I know I haven't had shouting, amening. But man, I feel something so strong in my spirit. Church, there's a revival coming like we've never seen. And I'm not trying to be a naysayer, but there's storms coming like we've never seen as well. And if we are not prepared, if we haven't